Welcome back to the channel. I am Casey, the Rumble Right Dad, and we tried to tell what's true out here, which is, at least for today, that Jen Psaki has revealed herself as being a wretched person with her prayers are not enough narrative. Let's look into it.
And I have felt a mixture of anger and a lot of anger and emotional exhaustion about this today, as I'm sure many of you have, because we have been here so many times. And yet again, like clockwork, half the politicians in our country have little more to offer than thoughts and prayers. That is all they are offering.
Jen Psaki had this to say: prayer is not freaking enough. Prayers do not end school mass events. Prayers do not make parents feel safe sending their kids to school. Prayer does not bring these kids back. Enough with thoughts and prayers. I will persist, but let's look at how J.D. Vance, among others, responded. J.D. Vance had this to say in response: we pray because our hearts are broken. We pray because we know God listens. We pray because we know that God works in mysterious ways and He can inspire us to further action. Why do you feel the need to attack other people for praying when kids were just deleted while praying? Megan Basham, a writer for the Daily Wire, said, your party encourages mental illness in telling men that they can be women, then encourages them to identify as victims when Christians will not indulge their perverse fantasies, then screams prayers are not enough when insane people take the lives or delete Christian children. Prayer is vital. So is a mentally balanced populace that recognizes reality. Tulsi Gabbard had this to say in response: those like Jen Psaki and Jacob Frey, who criticize prayers in the wake of Minneapolis tragedy, are expressing the same anti-God sentiment that motivated the leader. He aimed his wrath at God by trying to stop people with his implements from praying to God. Now is the time for us to come together and join hands in prayer for the children who were deleted, their loved ones, and those who survived this event. Kyle Mann said, agreed. Instead of praying, we must also take action and ban telling our kids that they are born in the wrong body and giving them a bunch of things to change themselves. Franciscan University said, prayer is not an escape from reality. It is the very place we meet Christ, who himself was unjustly taken. We will continue to pray not because we are passive, but because we know only God can bring true justice, healing, and peace. Evil wants us to stop praying and to despair. We will not. We cling to Christ, who has conquered death. The prayer of a righteous person has great power in its effects. James 5:16. Allie-Beth Stuckey said, true, we should pair our prayers with the vehement rejection of this ideology. Your solution is to encourage mental derangement while taking away innocent people's rights to defend themselves against the deranged. No thanks. The Department of Homeland Security said, pray without ceasing. And to wrap, J.D. Vance said, of all the weird left-wing culture wars in the last few years, this one is by far the most bizarre. How dare you pray for innocent people in the midst of a tragedy? What are you even talking about? Jen Psaki revealed herself to be a pretty impotent person. I'm trying to get the alliteration right. Please do not listen to these radicals who are trying to spout evil and tell you it's good. We will continue to pray without ceasing. And Jen Psaki, I'll see you later.